Alright guys, so if you guys really want to know the story of what the fuck has been happening for the past 2 years, if you guys thought season 1 if you thought the show was canceled because season 1 was like 2 years ago and I've been doing other shit, it's because I've been doing other shit. Okay, so self-explanatory, just like in the intro. It says how I basically had went through hell in multiple different stages. I was basically in the mental hospital to start off with, because of last time. With the Lost Logs. I don't know if you guys knew what the Lost Logs was, but last time it basically impacted me where I had to go to the mental hospital, and it tears me up a little bit because this shit is dark. This shit is so fucking dark because it's been 2 years, but it still feels like it was fucking yesterday. It honestly still feels like it's yesterday. So I was in the mental hospital for fucking 2 weeks, and then I got out, went to my grandma's house, my grandma Dolores' house, the one that you guys seen in Cousins and Families Part 2, I believe, or whatever that episode was titled. But then I basically lived with her, and it's been a year. It was a year, and then on like January or June of last year, 2018, it was like this is 2020, coming up to 2 years or 3 years now. But like it was the second year, and I was like, it was second year I was doing good, and then June June came, and it was so horrible because I just remember getting this good feeling because I basically I woke up, I got these texts, and I knew something happened, and then I fucking called my grandma, and I found out that my dad had passed away. He basically just fucking, I don't know. He was driving his bike, and he got hit by someone who wasn't paying attention. In my case, the police says it's opposite completely, but I know she was speeding, and I know she was on something. I'm not gonna mention any names here for fucking court reasons, because she has already claimed that she would take us to court if we do. But the person basically hit my dad, instantly killed him, and dragged his fucking from, I don't know, it was like 6 feet to 6 feet. I don't fucking know the exact measurements, but I do know she dragged him, and with that dragging, his body was all fucked up. He had to get incinerated, also known as cremated, because of how bad his fucking body was in. They couldn't be in a fucking casket because they could not repair him. It was just bad enough where his body had to get cremated, basically. And all I just remember is waking up in that morning, having a shock, blood coming out my nose because I had a bloody nose, and just me questioning life and just thinking, and I was just quiet. All I remember is just me like, what the fuck? And whenever someone would talk about how bad my dad did, like how bad he died, I didn't cry because honestly, I knew him over phone, but I didn't actually meet him, which is part of the fucked up thing. I don't know why I didn't get the chance to meet him, but I did know him over phone. I did know some of the shit he liked. He liked Deadpool. He liked Broncos. He liked a lot of shit, and a lot of it was just, I don't know. I don't know. And then I had to go to his funeral, which was a week later after his death, and then I basically had to go to his funeral, which was not a good thing. I wore my RTC outfit, and in the preseason, you guys knew that I basically was an RTC. So in the preseason, you guys knew I was an RTC, and I basically had to go to his funeral, in the uniform because he always wanted me to be in my uniform and take a picture on Facebook. I never got to it because I was so worried about reviews. I was so worried about getting my game videos for JRayPics. I was so worried about getting Living on the Road, that album, fucking produced, and also so worried about the card shit because right here, I'm in the card game right here, and yeah, it was to the point where I just didn't have time to do anything, so I wore my uniform to the fucking place, and yeah, and then I went and I didn't even want to touch any of his stuff. It felt like it was so perfect already, and I got some of his stuff, and yeah. In fact, this chain was his with the Matthew thing, and it was his. He would always wear it, but he didn't wear it that time because he was in McDonald's, because of the fact that, like, you know, he was in McDonald's. And McDonald's doesn't allow you to wear any jewelry because of their code uniform, their uniform code. And so yeah, he wore it in his pocket or some way, but it didn't get injured as much as his cross did. Same with him. Like, they don't care about, like, you know, it's weird, but we're not getting into that discussion. So then I had to went to his funeral. And it's been 8 months now since the funeral and since he's dead. And then, like, a month later, I went there, got to know my aunt, because this is, got a reminder, I do not know my family at all. And then I basically went there, got to know my family, and then I basically came back. Drama just fucking happened. I didn't get to know my sisters either, because they're taken away from me because of a case I'm not going to speak of, but I barely get to meet up with my sisters now, and they're growing up without me, which is why I'm going to be putting in this song, which is going to be coming out in my next album after Living on the Road album, which is called Everything Wrong. So yeah, but I don't know. I think that's basically overall what has happened. Why I haven't been able to vlog. Why I haven't been able to do much. And I've been just keeping up with Slump Plays. I was keeping up with the rapping and keeping up with you know, stuff. Now I have to keep up with the exercise because I've gained a belly, guys. And yeah, but it all started originally because of the factor. Oh, no. That's right. I didn't make a video. The reason why I was in the mental hospital was because of the factor of, so I was to the point of where I wanted to commit suicide because of some people I was living with. I'm not gonna name them, but I because of some of their beliefs, I was to the point where I just wanted to slit my throat or take some pills. Sorry, it's like, take some pills where I don't even have to feel the pain. Take some pills, pass away, I'll be all good. And with all that in mind, I basically had pills when I was walking over to school, and the person who was taking care of me, my guardian, she said, she was the reason why I wanted to feel, I was depressed. And then she basically said, oh, what's in your pocket? And I said, oh, it's just pills. She's like, you're not trying to commit suicide. And before the day, one of my other friends said that I was a bitch and that I would be put in the sewers if I ever called her a bitch again. And with that reasoning, I was kind of a little bit mad at her, but not as mad as her as much as I said I was. I said I was mad with her. I was mad at her because she said that, and I was scared for my life. So I was scared. I wanted to come up with an excuse, and it was stupid. So I basically said that I was trying to harm another person by putting those pills in their food. And so I got down to the office. I was in the therapist office, or the counselor office, and then I basically had to wait there for an hour until the police department came, until a lot of the people came. And then I basically got dragged away to Cedar Springs. I was in the Cedar Springs, got to meet a couple of people. I want to call them friends because I don't know them today, but I got to meet a couple of people, got to meet why they're in there. And some of those guys don't even deserve to be in there. Their parents are just assholes. But they got to be in there, and yeah. after that, then I went to my grandma's, and then my dad shit. So I was living happily, and Jeremyray Plays drama is a little bit different than Jeremyray Retherford vlog show drama. But the Jeremyray Plays, if you guys want to know, the documentary thing is up here. But yeah, you guys, I basically, that was the 2 checkpoints, was the reason why I started making vlogs. And then I got tracked on with this stuff, and then I basically, one of my friends basically said I couldn't rap, and then I got stuck onto the rapping, and also got stuck onto trying to make a new genre with rap, hip-hop, country, rock and roll, and heavy metal, all mixed into one type of track. And so that's when I was trying to make my genre Genocide, and that's why I've been trying to do more music than trying to do with vlogging or trying to do other shit. But right now, I just decided that I needed to do vlogging. I need to get back in vlogging, which is kind of a little bit weird because I don't got my same style as I did in season 1. But I promise you guys, season 3 is not going to be 2 years after this. I'm not going to have a time break with that. But other than that, this is the end of the video, guys. You guys are the JRayPicsers. I salute you guys out. Remember the Jeremyray guys' dreams, and have a good day.